All right, we're now going to move you to customer contact number one. This is your inbound call. It's what we call the sale before the sale, and it's where you'll begin building value so that you can charge something for your on-site visit. All right? Your goal is to make an appointment, show up on the property for a paid consultation, whether you get the job or not. And how do we do that? All right, you got a source of contact. How did they get your name? What is the problem? Can they send you a picture? Ask extensive questions. How long has it existed? Why are they calling now? Is there anything else like it in the yard, or is there only one isolated example of this? And so this is where you begin creating a customer profile with more questions. And the more questions you ask and the more information that you get from them, the more they will be cooperative with you once you get there on site. Now, the next step for you is to do a Google search, both aerial and neighborhood. This is from the air and from the ground, and you get to see what the neighborhood looks like before you get there. Be informed. This is what we say to the customer on the telephone in our first conversation to begin building the value for the paid consultation. Here it is. Let me describe to you, Mr. Property Owner, a sequence that we have been using to solve these kinds of problems, and we'll see if you agree that this is suitable for your purposes. First of all, I will show up to look and carefully inspect your problem tree, and we'll look at all the trees, bushes, and raised bed plantings on your property, because the forces at work in your problem areas are many times at work in different parts of the property, and we want to find them. We will locate and evaluate these problem areas and define how they are affecting your overall design intent, which we will create through creative cooperation. It's a part of our protocol. We'll get into that later. The fee is $75, which is deductible from any services that we provide, payable by check, cash, or credit card at the completion of the assessment. This risk assessment includes a written report we will email to you within 2 to 3 days as to the hazards and defects discovered, what tree preservation actions are required to solve them, and a price as to how much it will cost you for us to apply these solutions. Now, at this point, as an aside, let me step away from the conversation for just a second. As an arborist, your experience in this area should be pointed out to build value into the property tree inspection. Many times we have included an attached video. Invite them to look at your website. Any customer testimonials can be powerful support for what you're trying to build value into an on-site inspection, to have you there on their property so that you can tell them how long you've been doing this, how much experience you have. And so the final question to the customer is a sequence that you can agree to. This is what we do. Final question, let me go over it and make sure that you've got it just right. Is this a sequence that you can agree to? When the answer is yes, you set the time for an appointment, who has to be there, when are we going to be there, and once again summarize what you're going to accomplish.